You could look at it and it had a perfectly formed eye. Everybody was starting to get concerned. It was going to be devastating to wherever it hit. We knew that, and we were talking about that. It was quite a ride. I was with the hurricane hunters for 15 years. I have over 100 penetrations into hurricanes. We carry a weather officer with us. They're called the aerial reconnaissance weather officer. We bring them into the plane and they're measuring the density, the temperature, the wind speeds. We also drop sondes into the storm. It's about the size of a newspaper, drops out of the bottom of the C-130, sends up a signal every 2 seconds up to the plane. And it does it all the way from the plane, once it launches out of the plane, all the way to the surface of the water. It goes into the computer that the weather officer on the plane is taking all that data, and they're sending it real time to the National Hurricane Center. And they analyze the data and they determine what the storm is, how big the storm is, how wide it is, how fast it's moving, and where they think it's going to hit. They want that information immediately. We knew the storm was going to come through Florida and come out into the Gulf. But when it came out, it sat and got bigger and stronger. It was a lot of heat and it was slow moving. Once I flew it again in the Gulf, I started realizing how bad. It got to be a Cat 5 by then. To see the progression of where the eye's moving, and it wasn't moving fast. It was just getting more time to build up. I had not seen anything like that. I hadn't seen anything that big, but a lot of the other people on the plane were saying, this is going to be a big one. I think there will be a storm as bad or worse than Katrina. And even if we build stronger structures and everything like that, there's just going to be a place that it's going to hit that it hadn't hit before, it had never had it before. Camille was the standard that the Gulf Coast had set. And then Katrina came along. So now Katrina is the standard for right here on the Gulf Coast. Unfortunately, a lot of people were comparing that storm to Hurricane Camille that hit in '69. So many people took Camille and said, hey, I made it through Camille, so there won't be an issue with me making it through this one. And it turned out to be the wrong choice at the time.